got in.
Hello, welcome back, and that concludes tonight's show. Thank you for coming. Please replace your speakers. Vroom, vroom, bing. Oops. And when I tell you that I love you, yeah. And when I say I love you too, Well, I think we're back.
Yeah, you are.
Shall I put the kettle on? Do you feel like a cuppa?
Yeah, it's late, but I'll have one. Maybe I can sleep in tomorrow.
Oh, well. We going to the office tomorrow? Or?
Yeah. I haven't had much success when I want to stay in.
It's a beautiful night here, at 24 degrees, bit windy. It's such an unusual year weather-wise here. We're not seeing any cyclones or hurricanes. Nothing even looks like forming, which is very unusual. We get half a dozen to a dozen each year, but nothing this year. I've got to do some work on the steps tomorrow. I've got to grind off another ballast rail, grind back the base of each of it so it's smooth. It'll take me a couple of hours. Having a cup of coffee. Tea or coffee? Is coffee. Is good.
It's hard though. It might take longer for your old one to go or people to find your new one. Usually when you do that, it's hard for people to come back in.
That's right, probably only be another half an hour we'll be going to bed.
Yay!
I can see the text of Biker Aussie.
Yeah, Seeds loses the chat and he can't read it, and then I have to read it for him, and it gets a bit hard.
Lasts for 54 minutes each time.
Yep.
Weird.
Just ring up Apple, make an appointment.
Going to this big city.
Yeah, and just sort it out. Or trade it in for another phone. I don't know, get that refurbished or something.
Oh, you wanted this phone. It's got 256 busy bits on it.
Yeah, well, it needs to be fixed.
Battery that lasts all day.
It needs to be fixed first. I don't want crap that's not working.
I understand.
I don't want your second-hand car to stop
Fine.
working. Do it after Christmas. I'll ring up Apple and make an appointment
All right.
in the city.
Yes, when you left, he said, quick, everyone leave.
Yeah, no.
Biker will never know.
Like I said, he loses his chat. He can't read it, and then I have to read it for him. And then his stream just doesn't work, so he's got to start a new one. How are your puppies? What sort of puppies are they again? I apologise, you did say once, but I forgot.
soothing sound of a kettle boiling.
Sourdough crackers.
Actually, we had cheese and crackers the other day. It's nice. Sourdough crackers. No, they sound like they're sort of crunchy but soft.
Never heard of them, Buttercup.
Cattle dogs.
Oh, cattle dogs, that's right. Blue or
Blue.
red?
And red. Aye, true blue. Did you do away? Did you find the right tree?
Blue.
Oh, dishwasher, we don't believe in them. People don't believe us. We can afford a dishwasher. We don't like them. We tend to cook, clean. I rinse everything as I'm going, so it's just a simple wash at the end. And we don't use a lot of water. And we don't have to open a dishwasher that smells like 400-year-old socks soaked in blue vein cheese.
They sound sourdough crackers. We probably wouldn't get them out here for 12 months if it's a new thing.
I will send you some. Died and went to heaven. Simply pleasure. It's very hard to send food into Australia, actually, Buttercup.
And that crackers
They're
is
very
alright.
fussy.
As long as it's in its package. You can't open them. They can't be opened. Buttercup will send an empty package.
No, what she'll do is she'll get an aerosol can of spray, smells, and put it into an envelope. So she'll say, when you open the envelope,
Smell
breathe
it.
in.
Yep.
We use about 2 litres, 3 litres of water to wash dishes.
Yes, if it's pre-packaged, that's fine.
But the cost of postage, Buttercup, might be better if you just eat them and do a video and we'll watch it, because it's horrendous to send postage from Australia and to Australia. With a recent package, not very big, sent to us. It's over $50 just for the postage, which is sad because it's a ridiculous price. A mate of mine years ago, he worked it out. He says if you've got friends and you want to send them something, go online somewhere like Amazon, find the product and send it from within their country to them. And usually a lot of the postage is free. We sent just a £1 package to friends
Sorry,
7 years ago.
camera.
Didn't know what it was going to cost. $82 for £1 of mixed goodies. Yep. We've not organised that in the plumbing here, but I have done that in the past. But I'll be having rainwater tanks for my garden and my chooks. I just don't like the smell of a dishwasher. I'm sorry, even brand new homes, and they say, oh, look, see how easy it is to do the dishwasher. You open it, it's like, whoa, what died in there? And some people, let's be honest, are very lazy. They treat their dishwasher like that's where they store their goods. And 3 weeks later, they pull out a plate saying, oh, that's a clean plate. No, it's not. If you wash your dishes in the dishwasher and then took them out straight away, yeah, that would make sense.
Oh, VMAC does.
But
I'm
a lot of people do not.
I'm just lazy.
Oh, we just don't want one.
No, because I'm too lazy. Like you just said, that's just more cleaning for me. I'm not the best cleaner in the world as it is.
Oh, I wouldn't say you're the worst. That was a joke, by the way. I wouldn't say you're the worst. No, you didn't get it there. Okay.
What?
Don't know.
I wasn't listening. What?
Yeah.
I have to
You
ask
said, I'm not the best cleaner in the world, and I said, now listen, you're not the worst, but you're
I'll
getting damn
admit,
close.
I wasn't put on this earth. I mean, I'm tidy and clean as I have to be. I'm not a messy or a hoarder. But I wasn't put on this earth to do that 24/7.
No, you're right, VMAC. If used properly, they don't smell. But like I say, some people, I've been around people's places and they say, I'll just grab a couple of plates.
Yeah.
And I say, well, when did you wash them? Oh, sometime last week. I say, mate, I'm not eating off that.
No, we have walked into some and they have smelt because they haven't looked after it.
It's like everything. If you've got tools, put them away. Don't leave them lying around and say, "Where's my screwdriver?" Can't find it.
It's like the dust right now is annoying me. From all the work that's been done to the extension, it's just going through the whole house.
But it'll soon be over.
And then Buttercup will come and visit and she can dust for me.
I'll get her a little French outfit. Oui, madame, monsieur.
Yeah, I was the same. I was fanatical, and I have over the years, as I got older, I've learned to ease off a bit.
I like cleaning up as I go along. I don't like leaving. Even when I'm working with tools or doing something, I'll clean up as I go so I know that they're there to use again next time. Same with dishes or when I'm cooking. Everything is rinsed quickly.
Yeah, that's right. I do all that, and then I have days where, I haven't for a while, but I'll be able to with the Fandangle record player you bought me. Put music on. I like to have music when I clean, and that's something that I really haven't done in a long time.
Just a spoonful of medicine makes the right. We haven't had much luck here, obviously, because half the house has been open and the roof, we've had dust everywhere, but that's just a natural process of what's been happening. So everything's still a bit dusty.
Yeah, that's probably what's getting to me the most. I try my hardest to put everything away best I can, because oh man, we should just do a video on all the stuff we've got around, eh?
Well, the floors are going to be so large in this area that I'm going to buy the wife a ride-on polisher.
Yeah.
I tend to be pretty efficient because if I'm not using something, and I'll say that, wife, do you think we're going to use this? You say, I don't know. So I just throw it or give it to someone. There's not much point having something thinking, I'll get to that in 20 years.
Oh, well, if you're a clean freak, biker, you're welcome to come and stay here. I won't stop you. Oh my God, our shed. I mean, we haven't got a big,
It's
a
just
fair
packed
sized
with
shed,
stuff
but
though. Like I've used the shed for renovating, so there's all those tools and bits and doors.
and cabinet, and because I haven't been able to unpack for 12 months, it's got all my boxes in there. It'll be like Christmas when I get all those boxes.
Yeah, one day if you happen to make your way across Biker, you're welcome.
Yeah, I'll give you a mop and bucket.
No, you don't have to clean.
I should.
Just for dummies.
He's offered, shut up.
Wah, wah, wah. I've always worked on the principle of things that need to be done. Like, if you're going to paint, you paint the ceilings first. You don't paint the walls, and then paint the ceiling, and then all the paint from the ceiling as you're doing it drips on the walls. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm probably a bit methodical, I suppose. The bathroom's always clean. Toilet's always clean.
Yeah, the kitchen, yeah, I like things to be...
Our kitchen's clean at the moment because we don't have one.
don't have one.
It's in boxes behind me.
My laundry, I'm using a bucket to wash up in right now, and my dish rack sits on my washing machine when I'm not washing.
Yeah, but you clean up after your dogs because you love them. That's why. Actually, we do have a kitchen. I'll show them the kitchen. seen it before. Oh, will it focus? Probably not in this light.
There's not enough light.
There is
Can't turn the light on. We've got enough
an
dark
old
back here.
stand, which is what the
A little
wife's
bit slower.
radiogram's going to sit on.
That's low.
So there's a stove and there's a little electric oven. So we do have a kitchen of sorts.
Yeah, it's just a 2-burner stove and an oven. Yes, I'm like that. I have shoes neatly. Pair at the front, pair at every door. There's a pair of thongs or shoes. Shoes that I wear when I go outside. Change shoes when I come inside. If I'm going to wear shoes.
Mud's not a problem here.
See, I prefer people to take their shoes off, but we don't hold fast to that rule because Seeds has to wear shoes. He cannot
Yeah.
not wear shoes. So that's one good thing of having that carpet in here
No, there's no carpet going.
because of you
Yeah.
walk in and
I
out.
probably will take my shoes off in here because there's nothing I wouldn't step on that I wouldn't know that.
No, you can't. I don't want you bumping your toe on the furniture. You can't feel it.
I would
What
just
you
get me a
just need to
wheelchair.
learn is change shoes.
Right.
Change into outro shoes at the door when you go out.
Our kitchen is always fairly clean, unless I've got something simmering away on the stove or the oven. Actually, because I do a lot of the cooking, all the workers that have been here, you'll often hear them outside saying, "God, what's that? I want some of that," whatever that is. Particularly if I've cooked bacon in the morning. They're like, "This is punishment. This is not fair."
Oh, I clean up as I cook. It's something my mummy always taught me. If you clean up as you go, you don't have such a mess at the end.
But we're just making do with what we have. Tomorrow is Saturday.
Yes.
Saturday.
Actually, that's
I'm
like
going to grind that off tomorrow on the steps.
when you're doing the doors, I don't know if I get my vacuum cleaner clean.
Where are you at?
All the dust, when we're using it. Because
Yeah, but it'll be okay for in here doing that. Hello, Tony.
You're watching the time on your live stream.
Yes, it's only been 18 minutes. Tony, the man with all the power. Solo goes up on the 10th, Tony.
Well, you hope.
No, it's scheduled for the 10th. What's everyone cooking for New Year's dinner? Just be a normal dinner for us here. We don't do a special dinner.
What?
B-Mac says, what do you cook for New Year's Eve dinner? Or New Year's Day?
We don't know. We might take ourselves to the casino for a couple of hours.
Might do that. Have a meal.
Only have one grandchild for an hour, from 6 till 7, and then we can go. Jess is doing a tour of the hospital, of the birthing suite.
Really?
Yes.
Well, this is a bed. That is a nurse. Here is the doctor. Who tours the hospital before you go to it?
That's how they do it. They do.
Really?
When I had the kids, yeah, same thing.
Okay.
They want you to come and have a look. at what the hospital looks like and where you'll be going and stuff like that.
Oh, I like a bit of aged Angus beef. We had Wagyu burgers last week, actually. Yum. Barra and chips, now we're talking. See you, Tony. Barramundi buttercup. It's a estuarine saltwater creek fish all the way through the north and down the edges of Australia. It's nice, white flesh, but a lot of people go into supermarkets here and say, I had some of that barramundi, which is imported from Asia, which is nothing like our barramundi.
So what's dessert, VMAC?
Barbecuing sounds cool.
I'll try, hey Leroy, I'll try the venison.
Boiled ribeye. Well, this should only take you about 9 hours, Leroy. Just put a bit of time aside, it's one of them processes.
Boiled ribeye.
He's joking, i.e. the man in the van's cooking process.
Oh, okay.
It's a shame you didn't leave that in there for another 3 or 4 hours, because that would have been braised beef instead of boiled prime. Venison's nice. I like my venison thin, like in scallops with cream, garlic. German chocolate cake.
Yum.
Sounds yum.
I'll be there.
People don't actually eat lobster with macaroni, do they? Tell me that this is a cruel, unrefined joke. I've had that much lobster in my life, I don't need to eat another one.
Yeah, I'm a bit the same, VMAC. So lobster mac and cheese. I only just read that. So lobster mac and cheese. I've never heard of it.
Okay.
And that when we get our kitchen in the new year,
I'll be videoing the wife cooking.
no, the stuff that
Yeah, I
Danny sent us, we will try. It's too hard right now.
Yeah.
You know those packets of, what is it, hamburger helper?
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that with such glee and excitement. I'm going to get it back in a big way. Don't know how I'm going to get fillets of kangaroo delivered to Texas, but I'm going to do it. Maybe on a live kangaroo and just include in the pouch a skinning knife.
What are you going on about now? You're not going to do nothing to a kangaroo online. Like,
I've always believed everyone has a choice in what they eat. And I know some people that are vegetarian-ish, but occasionally will have the odd piece of fish or chicken. Now, that doesn't make them a true vegetarian, but 99% of the year, they just eat vegetables or plant-based products. I would not trust any of the ones that you see in supermarkets, like, fake mincemeat
no,
or
make
fake
your own, do
beef.
your own.
There's got to be chemicals in there that cannot be good for you.
Well, all I can say is, why do some vegetarians spend all their life saying they're vegetarians, but then spend the rest of their life trying to get everything to taste like meat that they don't eat?
Well, that's sort of the irony. Vegetables, we eat a lot of vegetables, and we like vegetables.
But see, VMAC has a good balance.
But what I'm saying is, if I'm going to have vegetables, we have vegetables. We don't have a vegetable-based product that looks like a piece of meat.
No, we do our own. We make our own stuff. And I've gotten good hints off VMAC. I like hamburgers, sausages.
Well, vampires don't actually eat meat, Biker. They drink blood.
So how was your Christmas, Leroy?
Leroy was probably under some bridge in Canada with the ice flow coming down, and occasionally someone would throw a half hamburger out over the bridge and he'd eat for the day. But He always dreams of a white Christmas and boiling a ribeye steak for 9 hours. One of our favourite meals is sweet potato, pumpkin, carrots, onion, garlic, and whatever other vegetables going around, and we'll steam it and we'll season it, and then we'll put some sour cream on top.
And chili sauce.
Yes, I imagine it was, Leroy. I'm sure it's going to be one of them stories like, you know, the African American man that stopped and started singing, and they said, man, this guy's got a great voice. And some guy lean over the bridge and say, there's a Canadian down there. I tell you what, we'll make him a movie star. He can have his own cooking show. Boiled till it's dead. 9 p.m. Tuesday nights.
But is it real butter, buttercup? Is it unsalted butter or is it margarine?
I think the one thing he lacks completely is concept of everything. Like the concept of keeping clean, hygiene. I mean, who craps in Walmart bags? I mean, really? And you'd have to ask the question, is it legal to dispose of human feces in the public domain? The answer is no. It's a criminal offence in most states in the US. Someone said to me last week that the man in the can does up to 40 hours of video a week. Of what? I cannot imagine, other than send me money and watch me wax the same spot. It's like watching Macbeth. Out, damn spot, out. Imagine if he worked 40 hours a week. I hope he doesn't go into the business of, you know, waxing vehicles for a living. He's not going to make any money. He doesn't know any better, Buttercup. It's like, well, there's a spot on the ground, tip it out. No concept. And his health must eventually catch up with him.
Oh, I put mine, I'm pedantic with emptying oil, like especially now I've got to wash in the laundry sink in a tub.
Yeah,
I've always
wipe
put it
it out.
into a plastic bag or a jar. I keep a jar so I can use it a few times. Pour the oil in, use paper towel and wipe it out.
Yep.
And then I
Don't pour it down your sink, whatever you do.
dose it in washing up liquid and then rinse it under hot water.
The time difference does me in every night. Well, I don't even know what the time here is. 9, is it?
Oh, my battery's by 9:39.
9:39 p.m. So I imagine where you are, it's probably about 8:30 a.m.
So, is your battery, how much battery you got on your phone?
I don't know.
You can't see when you're on the...
No, I can't see. No, don't worry about it.
No, I need it if you're not...
Oh, yours is dying.
Yeah, I'll use it till you need it.
Yes, we're in your future, Leroy. Between the time of where you live and I live here, we could boil a whole cow. Tender.
We're in the future.
Yes.
Yeah. Our Buttercup. I need from you a proper shortbread biscuit recipe, please.
And I want one of you, because you're far more talented in making videos than I, just to do a simple video about New Year resolution for 2020. I will not donate. simply in the comments section agree.
What?
I imagine we'll have thousands of the common people raise their hand. I shall not donate. Oh, that's good. She saw something and now's just, I think she watched the old Delia Smith cooking show and she said, I want to make them. Basically butter and a ton of sugar. That's about it, really. You can bake it. And then you're finished, put a bit more sugar on top. Buttercup says she will find a recipe for you.
A nice authentic
She will visit
one.
the caves
Because the one where did we have that? We had afternoon tea
in
somewhere in
Germany.
that little, no, in Ireland or Scotland or somewhere in that little cafe.
Oh, it was Scotland. No, it was Scotland we had shortbread.
And I bought a small shortbread.
Big chunky
my
ones, weren't they?
God, it was so nice.
In that little LA cafe.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And,
That seems a fair resolution.
we'll go out Bigfoot hunting one night. We'll do a video.
They are. There was and is still in Australia a thing called the Country Women's Association, or CWA. And I haven't seen a recent one, but they've been producing books from the turn of the century for cooking.
Same as the Common Sense Cookery book. I've got
Yep.
one of them.
And it's
Brilliant.
like mend and make do stuff, how to fix stuff.
Yes, I've got the Common Sense Cookery book. The one I've got was from when I was at high school when we did cooking. What was it called back then?
You mean like in school?
Yeah.
They used to call it...
What'd they call it?
Yeah, I'm thinking...
Damn.
It has a specific name that
It
you went
did.
to class.
VMAC will come up with the name. When you did cooking at school, what was it called?
That's it.
Home ec, that's it. Leroy got it.
Yeah, that shows how old little Leroy is.
Home
He
economics.
just lifted up his walking stick and saw the book. Yeah, home economics, that's what it was. How to boil a steak for 12 hours. But it's like, in my life, my grandmother in particular, she would never throw any old clothing out. You would see an old jumper one week with a tear in it, a bit motley, and next week everyone had mittens.
Oh
She
my
would make mittens for
God.
everyone,
That reminds me,
or socks.
like from the movie Sound of Music, where she made clothes from curtains for all the kids. Well, that does really happen. My mum did it to us. She made us play clothes out of old curtains. I'll never forget it. We all had the same jumpsuit. All three of us girls. I enjoyed home ec. We had a good teacher.
I didn't stay in school long enough to actually get to a home economics
And then
class.
we were even allowed to do, now what was the name for the other side, Leroy?
Metalwork,
Woodwork.
carpentry, woodwork.
Yeah, but what did they call that? That had its own name too.
No, it was woodwork or metalwork.
Because then us girls were allowed to do that as well.
I made something in metalwork, which we were supposed to make a little carry box or something, and I thought, nah, stuff that. I made what we call a kylie, which is about 16th grade steel, and you bend it over on 45 degrees, and you could throw it into the water and catch bait fish to catch big fish. And it took me 3 minutes to make it.
Hey Jinx, long time no
Hello,
see.
Jinx.
I hope you had a good Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Jinx. But you really only learn to do anything by doing it, even if you do it badly. It's a learning process. You don't become good at something by chance. We'll have a good New Year.
Yeah.
We're going to be very busy.
Well, yeah, and then when it does come, the New Year.
I had an opportunity when I was quite young. I was very good at sport and went on and played a lot of sport for a long time. But I got approached by a college in the big city, and they said, we will give you a scholarship. And I'm thinking, I want to get out of school. I want to go fishing, work, get some money. And they said, yes. And they said, the scholarship would be for sport. And I thought, oh, that's cool. And they said, you'd have to do many years of college as well. I said, what? So it's not just sport? They said, no. That's what gets you into the college. And I said, thank you, but no thank you. The last thing I wanted to do was go on and on and on forever. Even though I went later on in life and did a lot of education, it was by choice. But at the time, as a young man, I just wanted to go fishing and work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if I could, PE, that's what we called our...
Physical education.
Yeah, and then sport days. If I could get out of it, I got out of it. I was not good at sport and I disliked sport immensely. And I'm not a very sporty person now.
"2020 doesn't seem realistic, does it? In the year 2020, e-begging was a plenty."
PA, physical...
PA was something you had to do.
Yeah, PE at our school was something you had to do. Physical education. And then we had once a week sport days. Everybody had to do. Can we see who is watching but not talking? No.
I'm not a clairvoyant.
Oh, I can see there's... there's 9. Mine says 9 watching.
Of course, there'll be the Homeland Security Department, there'll be the FBI, the E-Beggars Association of America, they'll be watching, sitting silently in the background, taking notes. BMAC, yes.
Yeah, there's a number there, but it's not showing who. It doesn't show you who's lurking.
I don't care who lurks. If someone does not wish to speak.
Yeah, lurkers. There are some people who just like to listen. One lady did, after months and months and months and months, come in. She answered one of your questions, Buttercup. Do you remember that lady? She always comes and listens, but doesn't come in and chat. She was lovely, because she was a bit shy. And that's all right.
Pretty sure people just like to listen.
Yeah, because I sometimes go to, you remember? I sometimes, because you can get channels that are on 24/7. There's one in Russia, for instance, and they just have it on an animal park, the camera, and you can go on the side chat and you can chat, but the camera's, you're just looking at the animals. Or, sometimes we watch the train,
Yep.
the live train.
Yep. Train that goes through Europe.
That goes through Europe or something, yeah.
No, I don't know who's visiting the train. It's all good. I don't need to know. Maybe there's a lady just lurking in the background listening to my voice. As I stood behind her and touched her shoulder slightly,
Oh, I'm going to get scared
she
now.
could hear and feel my breath on her neck.
Where's Susan Brown?
VMAC turned around and punched me in the nose. Oh,
I enjoy
just
some
trying
of
to get a
those.
ladybug off your shoulder there, mate.
I enjoy some of those live streams where sometimes they have music in the background. You can chat and you can just watch a train or snow. Or what's that other one sometimes you
There's
still
one
watch?
that they do with animal shelters.
Yeah, I've watched that
They
one.
do some of that, or there's like zoos with some
Yeah.
elephants going to give birth or something.
Yep, I've done that.
Or there are even channels where you can watch someone wax a vehicle for 3 months. Yeah, I think
No.
it's
I don't
the.
watch that.
There's usually a little dwarf guy lying on the ground.
I don't
And
watch
I
that
think
one.
he's about 2.5 foot tall.
What scary videos?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I say to seeds, don't put that up.
Well, VMAC,
That
if you
is-
come to Australia, I could take you to the snow. We have snow all year round in our mountains.
Well, we do get snow, but where we specifically live, no, we don't have snow. So
We don't even have rain. We're so poor we don't even get damn rain here. Every time it tries to rain, someone buys it from the New World Order. We don't get to see a damn thing.
And then there's another channel that's
Yes,
I sometimes watch that miniature
Leroy's
channel.
got it right. So we leprechaun waxing his pot of gold. Yes, I am led to believe that Canada has mountains. In fact, there's a mountain range that goes up and down all of North America.
Actually, there's even some live streams from Canada I've watched where I think it was an animal park and another one was just the snow falling. It was relaxing.
You're going to burst out into a Bing Crosby song shortly.
Go on then.
I'm dreaming
Of a white
of a white Christmas. VMAC eating carrots through the day. And her fangs were glistening and glow. Run, everybody! VMAX. Coming to theatres January 15.
I can tell you what those special effects are, Buttercup. I bet you if you've got an iPhone, you can do it too.
What's that?
The scary things you do. I can't sing, Jinx. Or maybe when I'm drunk I will.
Well, we can arrange that.
A few drinks and I can fly an aeroplane.
Okay. Not sure what an S10 is. Sounds like a Ruger or a German handgun of some sort. You're feeling lucky, punk.
Isn't it the iPhone 10?
VMAX calling card. You feeling lucky, punk. What are you?
Oh, Samsung. Oh, you still could do it.
Oh, a phone. A Samsung 10.
Well, it's a program called Snapchat. You can get it for any phone. You just download it.
I was once asked, it was by a little kid, and he said to me, "Why do people die?" And I said, for the reason for the rest of us to understand what life is all about. The little kid said, "You're stupid," and ran away. It's true. There is a reason why people die, because those left behind appreciate the life they have. It gives us a sense of mortality.
Well, that's
And
deep.
then the thought process of, maybe I'll stop wasting me damn life.
Watching the time. You're not going to lose your chat yet.
No. I bet Buttercup remembers this song. Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler? Da, 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 da. Mr. Brown is off to work on D821. He comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler? If you think old England's done.
Buttercup's actually hiding here. She's with us because she's going to be my cleaning lady. I'm just kidding.
I grew up on songs like that and things like Vera Lynn. I'm sure you know Vera Lynn. Many of you will know Vera Lynn, but Buttercup will. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when.
God, now you're getting into the old songs.
You're listening to the BBC. Remember those days, Buttercup? You sat around the old radio with a cup of Ovaltine,
Come on, Buttercup.
the coal fire burning to keep you warm, and it would be tonight's mystery show on the BBC One is The Fat Man in the Can,
No.
as now renamed The Human Blob. Dun, dun, dun.
Do you remember that movie, The Blob? It was
Yep,
big,
it was a radio show.
supposedly horror.
Years ago.
It was a movie.
Yeah, no, it was. In the 60s it was a movie, but in the late 50s and 60s,
I know.
BBC
VMAC.
One.
I don't know Vera Lynn either, so...
Vera Lynn. That's
See?
my grandparents' music. You can just see the pigtails and VMAC with the little sandals and short white socks and school dress saying, oh, that's Grandma's music.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Jinx. You probably know Buttercup as, oh God, I've forgotten what you were before
The
Buttercup.
Ghost
Lynn.
Who Walks.
The Ghost That Walks.
No, she didn't like the other name. Ah, you're talking about the pretentious life, Buttercup. No school dress, we wear jeans, but you never wear dresses, VMAC.
Jesus, they've still got school uniforms here. All schools here, children must wear school uniform. That's to stop people. That's it, Lynn. I knew the first, couldn't remember the last. That's to stop girls, especially, from trying to outdo each other and wear outrageous clothes to school. So they can wear what they want,
It's Canada, it's cold.
even in primary school. Well, here they just wear blazers and they dress accordingly when it's winter here, but their school uniform in every single school.
I have only ever had one name. I don't have any other YouTube channels. I can't be bothered. So if I'm going to give you a hard time, it'll be in my name.
So is it the same in the UK, Buttercup, school uniform, or they can wear anything and have a dress code?
She was only 16. Who sang this one? Only 16.
I know.
Ooh,
I like their music. No, they get... Yeah, the uniforms are expensive, VMAC, but they do get help. You can buy second-hand uniforms. There's a second-hand uniform shop at every school. They're obviously cleaned and dry cleaned, and if they need a button sewn on, whatever. And they are quite cheap, but people who can't afford it, no, they get given the uniforms. Same as beginning of the year, your school things. You can pay school. It's not in a public school. It's not compulsory to pay school fees, but you can. And then if you can afford it, I think Williams for primary school, I think it was $40. Anyway, each child gets their school pack if they can afford it. But then it sort of gets distributed. And it works out even in the end, like...
All basic education in Australia is free. When I was young, university used to be free. It's no longer free, but it used to be free.
Yeah,
You don't have to pay for a child to go to school in Australia.
If you can
You
afford
want
it,
a private
yes.
school, you will.
But private school, yeah. But of course they know what families can't afford it.
Well, we're a couple of minutes away from closing this episode of The Vampire Strikes Back.
Because Seeds will
On a
lose
Bigfoot
his
channel
chat
near you.
again.
VMAC's going to Bigfoot channels, and now she is the master of her domain because she's been given a wrench.
I think they took it off her. We'll have to...
Oh, did they?
Because she banned half the people before they caught on.
Well, if VMAC's not doing that, she'd only be going around the neighbourhood slashing tyres.
No, they have it. It's fairly strict here because it's all uniforms. Summer, you've got your summer and your winter uniform. And then you've got your sport uniform.
All right, good people, we are going to finish our coffee, have our last cigarette, trailer for rent and all that, and we'll see you good people another day. Enjoy what's rest of it for you. Have fun. If you have to, go to the Bigfoot community and watch VMAC in operation.
We'll have to follow VMAC if VMAC tells us which one she goes to.
All right, good people. Until next time, be safe, be happy, and we'll see you again.
Bye, everyone.